hunting day in New York City. Today I am looking for a 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan, and I'll be giving you a little bit more of like information about like what I was looking for, kind of like my journey and like how I'm finding the apartments that I am. I loved watching these videos and I was moving to New York, so if you're moving to New York, hey, let's be friends. Right now I'm staying at the Plaza Hotel. I did like a really fun video last night. I'm about to be getting dressed and getting ready to go. I was so excited. I could not go to sleep until 4:30 a.m. last night. I'm meeting a realtor at 10:30. And he is going to be kind of just showing me apartments because I just couldn't do it by myself. It just got to the point where I had to have someone else help me. So welcome to the apartment hunting vlog. I'm so excited to get going with today and show you all of the cute little options we have.
You got a lot of heartbreak history, but I'ma make it all a memory if you go.
Okay, OMG. My Uber Eats order came here. So I didn't wake up in time to have breakfast downstairs. They apparently have like a really cute breakfast place in the morning. Y'all, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I ordered breakfast at Starbucks because I figured I needed something like in my stomach. Oh yeah. I got the iced brown sugar shaken espresso. I couldn't add oat milk for some reason, so I got it made with almond milk, and I wanted it a little bit sweeter this morning, so I added the vanilla sweet cream cold foam. And then I also got this little yogurt. I've never eaten this yogurt before, but it's like a berry yogurt. It looks kind of suspicious right now. But that is our breakfast. I'm gonna show you what I think I'm gonna be wearing. Okay, I have this little set from Aerie and it's really cute and comfortable. Like that's the biggest thing. I was going to be wearing it golfing, but I never went golfing with Will. So this may be perfect. It's really comfy. And then I think I'm just gonna wear some sneakers with this. Okay, just got done getting ready. Had a little outfit on. I think it's kind of cute. I just know it's gonna be hot, so just film my little get ready with me TikTok. Okay, so let's talk about what I am looking for in an apartment. My must-have, kind of my process with finding apartments in the city. So I always heard that moving to New York is really competitive, but I honestly didn't believe it until I was in it trying to do it. So a website I found was Street Easy, and I also found 2 other websites that I can't remember the name of that I will pop up right here. These are the 2 that were more successful for me. What I noticed with Street Easy was they would have the same apartment pictures. Like it would be the same apartment building, different units, different floors, different floor plans, but they would have the same exact pictures over and over and over and over again. And I started noticing that and I was like, this is so bizarre. It's not the same thing. So then when I would virtually tour it, it would be me just getting catfished because it wasn't at all what the pictures were. Then I started noticing that a lot of the apartments were using AI to generate furniture into the apartment. So it wasn't actually in the apartment. So they were fitting way more pieces of furniture in the apartment than what would actually fit. So that is why I'm here today and touring in person. I would highly suggest just flying up for a few days, making like a cute little trip out of it and just touring the apartments. And looking for apartments, something that was very important to me was making sure I stick to my budget, which I'm not always good about doing, but it is so important, especially when it comes to rent and living in a big city like this. Then I made a like absolutely must have in my apartment list, and then things that would just be nice or kind of like a luxury to have. I actually have that pulled up on my phone. Also, I want to let you know that if you're trying to get a condo in the city, it is a very long process and there is a lot of costs and little payments that you have to make. So definitely renting a condo is harder. These are my musts and my wants. My must obviously was my budget. I wanted a 1-bedroom, no studios, because Will and I are going to be living in the city together and I work from home. There is really no way that I could make a studio work in the city. A must is big windows just because of what I do for my job. Another must was a convenient location. I wanted it to be close to coffee shops and grocery stores, public transportation, all of that. Must is a closet space for 2. Storage is very iffy here in the city, and so I definitely want to have that in my mind. It's like I'm not just looking for storage space or closet space for myself. I definitely need it for 2 people. Another must was an elevator, which apparently all of the ones that I'm touring today have an elevator and a 24-hour doorman, so that is good. Another must is washer and dryer in unit. I do not want to have to be going downstairs or like going in the building to do my laundry. I did that in college and it just was not fun. And obviously the last must is pet friendly because I have my kitty cat Elle and she has to come with us. Like she's about to be a city kitty. Okay, and then these are my wants. My wants were a balcony or a rooftop like as like an amenity. Overall, a want was amenities in the building, but it's definitely not required. Another want was a lighter shade of the kitchen because I don't want the kitchen to be too dark. I really just love the lighter aesthetics, but it's not mandatory in my book. Another want was space for food storage. So in my college apartment, I had no pantry and it was really hard to fit everything that I needed for my kitchen. So I'd either kind of want space for food storage itself or a place that I know I could buy something or like kind of build something to have more storage. So that is kind of what my process was trying to find apartments. Obviously, I've never moved here. I haven't moved here yet. So I'm sure I'll have more tips and tricks once I have gone through the touring and the apartment process of everything. So we're about to be heading downstairs. I still haven't even finished my coffee. I'm like just so anxious and nervous. Like I'm like nerve-sided, excited and nervous, anxious, like all together. I'm like, I can't even finish this coffee. But let's go downstairs and walk and see future apartments.
Take me back to Manhattan, back to the city.
Okay guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Have y'all heard that TikTok sound? Anywhoosies, I'm going to be going through a voiceover and showing you all of my favorite apartments. I was able to tour a total of 13 apartments, but I will only be showing you 12 because I did find my future apartment and I am moving in August 14th. I'm so excited to be showing you my empty apartment tour and all the adventures of moving to New York City very, very soon, but this is going to be just the apartments that I didn't decide on and why I didn't choose them, and just to show you some of the ones that I saw today. Okay, so the first one, honestly, I wasn't that amused by it. First off, I really didn't like the flooring. The flooring just wasn't my favorite. The view wasn't that great. It was kind of blocked by that building right there. Then the kitchen also was very, very small and narrow, and since I love to bake and cook, I just didn't think that was going to be really just functional for me. It did have this closet right here, which I actually didn't mind at all. This also didn't have a washer and dryer in unit, which like I said, that was a must have for me. They also had a really big closet right here, which was really nice, but the no laundry in unit and just the overall not good lighting, not a good view, and then the flooring is really what made me say no. This is a show at just their amenities. It did have like a nice little gym and it did have like a nice little courtyard area, but if I could remember correctly, you did have to pay for these amenities. They were not included. Now we move on to apartment 2, and I actually loved apartment 2, and it was a top contender for me for the longest. We did see 2 apartments in the same building. So this is the first apartment we saw, and I really loved the open kitchen. Obviously the clean kitchen look with that white look, but then the view, it still was like obstructed by this part of the building, which wasn't my favorite. You did get a view of the river, which was nice, and obviously the laundry in unit, which was also cute, but I did want more of a city view. And then I started to notice a lot of apartments that we were going to be seeing had these extra spaces for storage, which was perfect. But then we went into the bedroom and I just wasn't amused really. There wasn't that much storage space. It was kind of like divided like that, which I really didn't like. And it also was just like an oddly shaped bedroom. Not to mention the window, you were still obstructed by that part of the building. Okay, so this next apartment, apartment 3, is in the same building, but I did like this one a whole lot better. This was my top contender for most of the day. The view was really, really pretty to me. I love how you could see the river, but you could also have a very big view of the city, which was definitely something that I was looking for. The layout was pretty similar. This also had laundry in unit. The bathroom was the exact same, which was really cute, and I also liked how it had a tub. I love taking my little scrub-a-dub-dub bathtubs. And then the bedroom was a lot nicer than the other one. It still had that weird funky closet that I didn't really like, but the view obviously in this one was a lot better. The kitchen in this one was also a lot nicer than the one we had seen before, and the amenities in this place honestly were 10 out of 10. These also were separate from the actual rent you were paying, but look at this view of the river. Oh my goodness, golly, it's so cute. They also had these grills. Look at this view of Manhattan. It's actually so stunning. And y'all are not even prepared for the other amenities that this place has. They had foosball, pool tables, ping pong tables, and they also had like this cute like little rent station. But look at this full basketball court. Look, y'all, I don't think I've ever touched a basketball in my life, but I was ready to play basketball in these amenities. They also had like a little yoga studio, and they also had a movie theater in there, which is really cute. Moving on to apartment 4, there was a worker in here. They were doing work and it was so loud. And I was like, if I lived here and they were doing this loud construction or like work, I would be so ill. They had very small windows with not a lot of natural lighting. It also did not have laundry and washer in unit. And the bathroom was also really small. And that was the only closet. And and then look at how small and cramped this kitchen was. And this was a 0.5 with my iPhone. I definitely was looking for a balcony, and I'm really upset that this one didn't work out. The view was really, really pretty, and I loved how spacious it was. But the thing that gives this a 0 is it didn't have laundry in unit, and it was very, very important to me. The kitchen was really cute. It was a little small, but not too bad. I really liked this. It had big closet space, but I just couldn't get past, like, look at the views. The views just weren't worth having a laundry room, like downstairs, that I had to do my laundry in. Now, apartment 6 is also in the same building. As you can see, it has the similar floors as the first ever apartment we walked into. The bathroom was kind of outdated to me. It wasn't really my vibe. And the bedroom was a little small for what I was thinking, but it did have that big closet space, which I liked. But again, this did not have washer and dryer in unit. And then also, I didn't really like the color of the kitchen. But their rooftop was really, really pretty. I thought it was gorgeous, and it would be perfect just to sit out on. Okay, so apartment 7, we're starting off strong. The kitchen wasn't all white, but I didn't mind it. And it also had this balcony right here, which I really loved, but the view wasn't the best to me. It did have a pretty spacious bedroom, which I really liked. This was the 2-bedroom I toured. I was not going to get the 2-bedroom. I couldn't afford it, but that was the only one they could show me. But this is a view at the bathroom, kind of small. And then these are the amenities that they had. And this is the washer and dryer room, if you were curious on what it looked like. But overall, since it didn't have laundry in unit, I decided no. Also, I want to let you know that any of these places that I was touring that had the laundry rooms and not the laundry in unit, you still had to pay to do your own laundry, and it was about $3 per load. I mean, like, to wash it was $3 and then to dry it was $3. I did not want to sacrifice $6 in order just to do my laundry in the city, knowing that I'm going to be doing a ton because I normally do. Okay, so now we are on to apartment 8, and honestly, I just got really weird vibes when I first walked in. This is a staged apartment, so as you can see, it looks gorgeous. It also had a balcony. It had really, really cute views. It wasn't my favorite overall, and I think it's just because of the vibe I got in there. They did feed me goldfish, which was really nice, but just it wasn't the best. It did have this extra closet, which was bigger than the other like bonus closets. The bathroom wasn't bad at all. I think it was pretty spacious, but this did not have washer and dryer in unit. But look at how big this bedroom is. Y'all, this is a big bedroom for New York City. This is a king size bed, and they also fit a dresser and a desk in there. Apartment 9, and honestly, I don't even remember touring this apartment. Bathroom was also sort of outdated to me. Nothing we couldn't fix, but also why is there a window in the shower? That made me so uncomfy. I can't. But this also was one that didn't have laundry in unit. So as you can see, it was a definite no. The kitchen was also kind of interesting to me, but okay, look at these windows. Look at these windows, and it had a fabulous view. Could you imagine just having this corner unit? It was absolutely stunning, and it would have been higher on my list if it had laundry in the unit. Bedroom is also really big. As you can see, this is my broker. He was trying to like fix the windows so I could see out of them better. And then this was their little gym. And I think you also had to pay separate for this gym as well. Oh, and it had half of a basketball court, not a full one though. Okay, so moving on to apartment 10, I also got really weird vibes from these people. Also, the view just wasn't my favorite. That was definitely one of the biggest things I was looking for in New York City was the view. This did have a washer and dryer in unit, which was nice, and it did have a very open and spacious white kitchen, which also y'all know that I love. But the people who worked there were just kind of suspicious. Like, they were acting very weird towards me and just kind of snooty, and I seriously just didn't want to deal with that the rest of like the time that I'm living in New York City. But the bathroom is gorgeous. Like, look at all that marble. But I told them, I was like, I don't really like that view. And they said, let me show you this view. And I said, no. So they said, okay, let me show you apartment number 11. So here we are at apartment 11. And this one was so beautiful. I loved this apartment, and this view is stunning. Just look at this view. This is like the epitome of like what I was looking for. It also had a washer and dryer in unit and a very open layout for a kitchen. And I thought it would be perfect to put like a little island right there. The bedroom was also pretty big. It wasn't that bad, but it was smaller than what we were viewing. The amenities were also really, really nice, but they were separate from the rent you were actually paying. They had a little movie room, sitting room, and also like all of these chandeliers were so pretty. They also had a really nice rooftop, but just because of how I was being treated, or how I felt I was getting treated, like just the vibes in there, it just wasn't my favorite, so I decided against this one. After touring all of the apartments, I decided to take a post-apartment walkie in the city and just kind of clear my mind and see where I kind of was with my apartment search and what I wanted out of an apartment. I definitely had to weigh out some of the pros and cons and also figuring out all of the fees. All of these apartments were within my budget, but there were a few that covered the broker fee and some that didn't. And I would just say I would highly suggest getting a broker or like a real estate agency to help you, especially in such a busy and happening city like Manhattan. I was in the city for a few days and I did hang out with Amari for a little bit and he helped me get some content and it was so much fun. The night after touring apartments, I did apply to 2 of my top favorite apartments and just kind of decided to see where the cards fell. And once I submitted all of my applications, I actually figured out what apartment I actually really loved and what I was hoping to get approved for. I got to the airport and started immediately stress eating because I was getting the word if I had gotten approved by the apartments that day. I indeed did not get a response that day, so I was stressing for nothing. But then I woke up the next morning and guess what? I had an answer and it was from my favorite apartment and they had approved my application and I was so excited. This is me just like freaking out, like can't believe my dreams are actually happening and coming true. On that night, we definitely did cheers and toast with some of my favorite champagne outside of Will's house and we signed the lease that day. So friends, it's official. LN is moving to NYC and I'm so excited to be bringing you along for everything. Keep your eye out on all of my socials. I am posting all across about my journey from a small town girl moving to the Big Apple and I can't wait to share all of my adventures and memories with you. If you've made it to this part of the video, go ahead and comment down the apple emoji. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and if you want to join the family, you can click that subscribe button also. I love you guys so much and I cannot wait to see where this journey takes us. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
You know that